Am I the a-hole if I cancel hubby's birthday plans and leave the house, leaving hubby to host his family for my birthday? Original post. I only have 4 days to make a decision. I have been going back and forth trying to decide if I should cancel my husband's birthday reservations I made for him at a really cool indoor golf place, followed by dinner reservations. He's always commented on wanting to try both, and I thought it would make a nice gift. His birthday is only a few days after mine. For Christmas, he legitimately took the time to buy and wrap me a box of diapers for our daughter in the next size up and presented it to me as my gift. I'm still angry about that. No, gag gifts for Christmas have never been a thing between us. Last year, he got me a spatula, and I thought this year he would do better after the falling out we had over the spatula. A little bit of background info. Our daughter is now 2 months old, and we have been working on replacing the flooring and painting our home since before she was born, with the goal of having it done before she can crawl. Over the summer, he did the nursery floor, and in the fall, a week before she was born, he did the flooring in our older son's room. Mind you, the flooring was given to us for free from my dad, and my dad bought my husband his own miter saw for Christmas to get the job done so we would no longer have to borrow his. I do all the painting. This past week, as we have been clearing things out of our bedroom for me to do the painting and him to do the flooring, he brought up my birthday. He said, "Wow, all this work for your birthday gift." I said, "Excuse me, what gift?" He said, "All the work of putting the flooring in our bedroom. But don't worry, I'll still do a dinner for you and we can invite your mom and my family. What do you want me to cook?" I said, "I would like to just have a quiet birthday dinner. You, me, and the kids at Longhorn Steakhouse, then come home and watch a movie together. Also, the flooring is not my gift. This is something we've been planning for a year now, and with the house torn up, I don't want to host anyone in our home, especially after having hosted for Thanksgiving and Christmas. Besides, we don't even have a place for people to sit. We have all the bedroom furniture and our clothing in the living room. I'm currently sleeping on the mattress on the floor in here. Plus, I'm not a fan of your brother coming over, so you two can sit and just drink beer all evening while I watch our kids and his kids." He said no, he was going to cook at home and told me to just tell him what I wanted him to cook. I said, "Okay, I want steak, mashed potatoes, and green beans. But there is a problem here. He can't make mashed potatoes to save his life, and only likes green beans if they're boiled. I like fresh green beans slowly sautéed with olive oil, garlic, and herbs. So if I want them cooked this way, I will have to do it." He said, "No, we're not doing steak. It will cost too much if the family comes over. I'll just do chicken." I lost it. I said again, "For my birthday, I do not want people over." He kept arguing the issue, and I said, "Fine, do what you want for my birthday." Side note, last year, he ordered the traditional tres leches cake, but he ordered it with peaches. I hate peaches. He likes peaches. I like strawberries. Plus, my name was spelled wrong on the birthday cake, and he thought it was hilarious. I am now seriously considering canceling his birthday golf outing and dinner reservations, leaving home if he invites his family over for my birthday, buying him a box of diaper wipes, and presenting it with a card that says, "Happy birthday, I painted the house for you." Would I be the a-hole? Now for the top comments before reading the update. I'm trying to understand why you would stay married to someone who has no respect for you and sounds like he doesn't even like you. She got pregnant after the spatula incident, which was a perfect indicator of what was to come. My ex, split amicably, left her husband after he gifted her a can opener for Christmas. The lack of effort is either profoundly ignorant or he thinks him being him is a gift that keeps giving, meaning that he does normal things and thinks it counts for more. Albeit, I couldn't install new flooring without a lot of YouTube videos and trial and error, but I'd do it. Thank goodness for the internet nowadays. Please, please, please go forward with your idea. You have no idea how many years of crappy gifts and self-centeredness it will save you. I know so many women who spent years going overboard doing nice things for their husbands, while the husbands did little to nothing for them. If you don't draw a line and let him know how it feels to be treated the way he's treating you, he'll just continue doing it indefinitely. Let him know how it feels. If that doesn't change the way he treats you, then you just need to dump him altogether, because he'll always be a selfish prick. but find out first if he has any empathy or cares about you at all by letting him experience what you've been experiencing. Please don't continue giving when you're getting nothing back. All that ever does is undermine your sense of self. Yes, men like him never change. They will never reciprocate the nice things that you do for them. They are takers and users. Your niceness never rubs off on them to make them think, wow, I should start stepping up and doing nice things for her. Nope, not going to happen. Their brains will never think like that. Now for the update. Birthday plans. I have since logged in and canceled his birthday golf outing and dinner reservations for next week. Tomorrow is my birthday, and it is also his day off work, so he will be watching the baby while I have booked myself a 90-minute massage. After that, I will be stopping by Starbucks for my favorite drink and 1 hour of uninterrupted time with my new book that my son got me for Christmas. Then I will be picking him up from school and taking him to see a movie. I will round off the day by coming home, taking a long hot bubble bath, ordering DoorDash, and ending my day holding baby girl. That sounds like an amazing birthday to me. For him, I will just be getting him a card that reads, "Happy birthday, I painted the house for you." The bag will contain a case of diaper wipes. If he looks disappointed, I will just tell him I canceled the golf outing and dinner reservations and instead got this bulk pack of wipes, the perfect gift to accompany the box of diapers you got me for Christmas. He will get the message. As for the people advocating for divorce, kicking him to the curb, or leaving with the kids in the middle of the night, claiming that he isn't a good husband to me or a good father to our baby, please know that you only got one small glimpse into our life. He is a loving and caring father to our children. We struggled with infertility for a very long time, so this baby was a surprise, but a welcomed blessing. Every day I prayed not to miscarry and even feared death during labor, as my pregnancy was high risk. He took a month off work to care for me as I recovered from third-degree tearing and a bruised tailbone. Every night he does the nighttime routine, bath, pajamas, story time, and rocking baby girl to sleep. While he does that, I do the house reset, dishes, garbage, and sweeping. He wakes with me for all her feedings and prioritizes my sleep over his to make sure that I am rested enough to care for our daughter during the day. This is the same man who, during my pregnancy, cooked me breakfast every morning and massaged my feet every night. Before he leaves for work every day, he makes sure I have time for self-care, showering, brushing my teeth, eating breakfast, and pumping, before handing me the baby if she's awake. Then, he makes sure I am comfortable on the couch with baby girl and have anything I could need before he leaves: blanket, remote, water cup, my phone charger, and a clean binky and bottle for the baby. As soon as he gets home from work, he takes her and gives me 30 minutes to myself before we start talking about dinner plans. We make a good team when it comes to daily life. I don't have to make him lists of things to do. I like that when we're low on milk, he will just pick it up on his way home without having to be asked. And he doesn't wait for a thank you, like he did me some big favor, the way I have seen other men seek gratitude for doing basic tasks. He sucks at gift giving, and this year and last year prove that. So yes, I will be doing nothing for him for his birthday. Despite the thoughtless gift and non-birthday plans, I will be holding off on kicking him out and instead just matching his energy for his birthday. For Christmas 2026, I think I will get him an IKEA toddler bed to assemble for our daughter and call it a day. Thank you to everyone who showed me kindness. Next story. Am I the a-hole because I will not give my wife thoughtful gifts anymore because she will give them away anyways? My wife and I have been married for just 3 years, and we were together for only a year before that. We had known each other for a while before we started dating though. It took me until Christmas 2024 to notice something odd. Whenever I gave her something I thought was really great, it seemed to disappear. I got her a Gucci handbag for our first wedding anniversary. She used it a few times when we went out, and then I stopped seeing it. The same thing happened with almost every gift I saved up to buy for her. She would thank me profusely, gush over the gift, and seem to really appreciate it, then put it away and never use it again after a few times. Then at Christmas time the year before last, I saw pictures of her sister on vacation. She had a very distinct handbag in the pictures. Then I noticed other gifts I had given my wife being used by other members of her family. I didn't say anything. I wasn't going to start a fight over it. I had gotten her a jacket she had shown me. When she opened it, she once again seemed really happy about it. Later, I saw her letting her mom, sisters, and a cousin try it on. By last February, I stopped seeing her wear it. I looked through all our closets, and it was gone. I do not work hard and save money to buy gifts for her, just so she can give them away. So for our anniversary, I finished paying off her car. She still had a year of payments left, and she was paying it off out of her teacher's salary. No, we do not have separate finances, but she insisted on paying her own bills, like the car and her personal credit card. She was thrilled to be free from that payment, but seemed upset that I didn't give her a physical gift. For her birthday, I took her to San Diego for a long weekend to go to the zoo and see the fat unicorns. She has always wanted to go, so she was happy, but disappointed that, other than souvenirs, there wasn't a physical gift. This year, we spent Thanksgiving with her family, and there was some stress. Not my problem. We spent Christmas with my family, and I got her a few small gifts. Her big gift was a Sphinx kitten. She has always wanted one and was never able to get one. She was ecstatic. When we got home, she wanted to talk. She said that she loved her new cat, but had noticed that I had stopped giving her things like handbags or jackets. I asked her to show me those items, along with a list of things I had seen go missing from our home. She admitted that her family had borrowed those items. I asked her when she was getting them back. She got upset with me and said that they had been gifts to her and that she could do whatever she wanted with them. After a long talk, she finally told the truth. Her family bullies her into sharing. We are better off than they are, and they bug her until she gives them the gifts I give her. I told her that I don't work to support her family. I asked her if, when we had kids, she was going to give their stuff to her family too. She started to cry, and I felt like an a-hole. I feel like from now on, I may as well just give her cash for her to give to them. I love my wife, but I don't love this part of her relationship with her family. I agree with her that once I give her something, it belongs to her, and I have no say in how she uses it or disposes of it. But it sucks seeing things I buy her in her family's possession. Am I in the wrong? Am I completely missing something? Am I the a-hole? Not the a-hole, but stop being a silent observer and actually ask her why she's acting like a free distribution center for her family before you completely lose your mind. She says she feels guilty because we have more than them. Yeah, because she has a good job and I work my butt off. You need to be really careful. Since she no longer has gifts to give her family, she may start giving them both of you, money. I would suggest marriage counseling and perhaps a post-nup. Not the a-hole. That behavior is super annoying. I'd stop giving physical gifts too. It's too frustrating for me to see the effort and thought I put into gifts end up with your family. I'm going to keep gifting you experiences and memories, rather than supplying your sister with handbags. I copied this to my notepad. Thank you. I'd also again address the point you made about giving away your future kids' stuff. It's best draw the line now. Last story. Am I the a-hole for taking my baby and leaving after my mother-in-law secretly fed him formula and said I did not know how to raise my son? I, 29 female, have 2 kids with my husband, 31 male, a 3-year-old daughter, and a 3-month-old son. Our families live in a different country, and we only get to see them once a year or so. We've been staying between my in-laws and my parents' houses for the holidays, and this is the first time they've met our son. Ever since my son was born, my mother-in-law has been absolutely obsessed with him. She wants pictures and videos of him every day, calls him my baby, wants to know how every pediatrician visit went, etc. This would have been fine, except she has always been distant with my daughter, and I had assumed she was getting older and probably had little patience for smaller babies or kids. I exclusively breastfeed my son, and she hates this. She constantly makes remarks to my husband that the baby is never full, questions why I keep holding him to sleep, and says I'm too attached. During our stay with them, she always wanted to hold him, which is fine on its own, but she made irritating remarks like, "Oh, he still wants to eat? He needs more than what you're giving him," if he started crying after I'd fed him. Last night, I went to take a shower, and when I stepped out, I heard the baby screaming. When I walked into the kitchen, I saw my mother-in-law trying to feed him formula from a bottle. We don't have bottles. She bought one and had been keeping it in her house to feed him. When I said, "What the hell?" she just said, "You took so long in the shower and he was starving." I was so angry and told her she had no right to feed my baby without consulting me. She went off on me, telling me it was her right as his grandma, that I need to stop hogging the baby, that I am jealous of her bond with him and that she knows how to raise a son and I don't. I lost it. I took my son from her and went to my husband, telling him I wouldn't spend another minute in her house. My father-in-law came out and told me to calm down and stop overreacting, and that I should be grateful my mother-in-law loves her grandson so much. I told him it was the disrespect and disregard that I had an issue with. As we were leaving, she accused me of taking her grandson away from her, like I took her son, my husband, away from her. As soon as we left, she must have called their relatives to complain about me, because my husband's phone has been blowing up with calls and messages from family saying I was way out of line and needed to apologize to my mother-in-law for disrespecting her. Am I the a-hole for what I did? Edit. Thank you all for your responses and validation. There are many comments, so I won't be able to respond to all, but to address the most recurring one, no, we are not from Southeast Asia. We are white, Caucasian. Not the a-hole. Not that it matters. But is there any possible, reasonable reason for your mother-in-law to think your child isn't getting enough food? Is he long and skinny? It might help your husband to be able to tell his relatives that you regularly see pediatricians, and there is no doubt that your son is healthy and well-fed. It's not on you to provide this information, obviously. And mother-in-law is nuts. Not at all. He is very healthy and growing beautifully. I don't think her comment is coming from a place of concern for his health, but rather that the baby is on me most of the day because he is breastfeeding. Mother-in-law has also made jokes that I chose to breastfeed him so that only I get to hold him. Sadly, it seems that she values males more than females. Does your husband have sisters? If so, they might have insight into her craziness. No, he only has brothers. Time to go no contact. Please tell me your husband supports you. If not, time to go no contact with him too. My husband is trying to be the peacemaker and doesn't want to end our visit on a bad note, especially since we don't live in the same country. But he sees how insane her behavior was. You have a husband problem as well as a mother-in-law problem. Being a peacemaker is simply him not wanting to stand up to his mother for the disrespect she gave you and your child. And him not wanting to end the visit on a bad note is him siding with his mother and wanting you to allow her to cross your boundaries.